What's going on, everyone? MikeO back with another Mailday recap. Got a nice little selection of Allen Ginter autographs to share with you today. These are coming out of the Archive Signature Series product, as well as a few that have already been authenticated and slabbed. Let's jump right into it. First one is of a guy who had a really nice career with the Cincinnati Reds. It's Brandon Phillips. Really nice signature in blue there on the 2007 Allen Ginter. Beautiful card. Again, Phillips had a really nice career with the Reds. He's bounced around a little bit over the last few years. One of my best memories of Brandon Phillips is when he made the final out of Game 1 of the 2010 NLCS, Roy Halladay's playoff no-hitter. It's a little negative, I guess, for Reds fans, but just an amazing memory for baseball fans and for me as a Phillies fan. So, nice Brandon Phillips there. Next up is out of this year's Archive Signature Series. It's from 2017 Allen Ginter. It's Carlos Carrasco, a guy who's had a really good career with the Indians. He actually used to be a Phillies prospect. They sent him to Cleveland in the Cliff Lee trade years and years ago, and he really panned out really well for the Indians. He's had a lot of really stellar seasons. We'll see what happens to him this offseason. I know he's one of many names talked about as a potential trade candidate as the Indians look to retool a little bit. But really happy to add this one to the collection. Didn't have any sort of autographs of Carrasco and certainly didn't have an Allen Ginter, so that's a really nice one there. Next up, we have a Boston favorite. This is Nomar Garciaparra. Really nice one out of Archive Signature Series. And also 2014 Allen Ginter. Nice blue signature. Once again, that's what they use in these products, and they look great. Garciaparra, obviously well known for having some amazing seasons in Boston. He also spent some time with the Cubs and the Dodgers. He did pop out to catcher to conclude the 2008 NLCS as the Phillies clinched the pennant. So that's another positive memory for me. Not a great memory, I'm sure, for Nomar, but great player and really happy to add that one to the Ginter collection. Next up, we have a few Hall of Famers, starting off with Craig Biggio. Biggio, again, played, 20 years, 3,000 hits, enshrined in the Hall of Fame a few years ago. Hard to argue with the success he had during his career. Beautiful looking card, just looks outstanding. Another 2014 Ginter there. Don't have any great memories of Philly's success with him, though. I do, unfortunately, remember him crushing a home run off of Billy Wagner to kind of dash some playoff hopes for the Phillies a number of years ago. That was pretty brutal. If you're a Phillies fan, I'm sure you remember the call from Harry Callis. It was pretty painful. I'm pretty sure his call went something like, "Oh no," as he homered to left field. I unfortunately was at that game, so little Craig Biggio action there. Next up is a beautiful Ginter, another Hall of Famer, Lou Brock. On the 2013 Ginter, 2013 Ginters are absolutely gorgeous. You can see how that blue signature pops there. Fantastic card of Lou Brock, so happy to have one in that nice little encased Topps Archives holder. Looks very, very cool. And then the final one I have out of Archive Signature Series is Pedro Martinez. Really happy to add a Pedro to the Ginter collection. One I've been looking for a while. I'd prefer to have him in a Red Sox uniform out of Allen Ginter, but I got this one featuring him in the Mets uniform at a really great price and just couldn't not pull the trigger on it. So really happy to add that. At some point, I would like to add one of them as a Red Sox. And still, one of the things on my collection to get list is actually a Pedro Martinez autograph on a Phillies card. He only had a couple cards with the Phillies, pitched one season there in 2009. He's in Topps Update and Topps Heritage high numbers. So at some point, would love to get one of those two cards autographs. That would be great. But for now, this is a really nice 2007 Ginter of Pedro Martinez. So last few are cards that have been slabbed. First one is authenticated by SGC, and it is Bobby Doerr. Bobby Doerr is a Hall of Famer. This is a 2013 Allen Ginter, I actually already have one of these at least, if not maybe another. He was made in Ginter a number of times, but this one, I think I was bidding on multiple items and got this crazy cheap, like $7-8, like under what it would cost to get it slabbed. So to me, it was a no-brainer. I figured I'd pick up an extra Bobby Doerr Hall of Fame player and Hall of Fame autograph signer. This guy signed everything, and he did it for years and years, and then unfortunately passed away in the last year or so. But Bobby Doerr was a great friend of the hobby here, so that to me is just something that's always a little extra special to me. And so much so that I actually picked up yet another Bobby Doerr. This is one I actually didn't have, and it's a 2006 Allen Ginter, which is a beautiful card. Absolutely love the look of that. The signature's in a great place. Just pops. Looks amazing slabbed. And this one, again, was very affordable, pretty cheap. He did sign a lot. And, you know, I acquired autographs through the mail from Bobby multiple times over the last few years. But I could never find the 2006 Allen Ginter unsigned. Never had a chance to get one signed. So when I had the opportunity to pick this up, I thought, you know, this was a must for the collection. I mean, that's just a gorgeous looking card. Got one final card. This guy is not a Hall of Famer. We just had that nice run of Hall of Famers, but he is most likely going to be the 2018 National League Cy Young Award winner. Not set in stone yet, but we'll see. And it is Jacob DeGrom. Beautiful looking card there. Nicely signed in blue. 2016 Allen Ginter, which was a great looking product that year. So this one was already slabbed and got it again for a really nice price. And it's a factor I use. You know, if you're bidding away and you see and you factor in how much would it cost to get the card authenticated and slabbed, how much would it cost to acquire the autograph, if you can get it for well under that price, that screams no-brainer. So comment below, let me know what you think of these Allen Ginter pickups. Which one is your favorite? I don't know if I can name a favorite because there's multiples that I really like. Of course, I love them all, love adding them all to the collection, but there's certainly a few I think that stand out, and I'm interested in hearing which ones those are to you. So post that down below, hit the like button, subscribe, and I will talk to you next time. Have a great one.